today's session. Over to you, Professor Kisima.
Good morning. Am I audible? Just respond in chat window, right? I hope I am audible. Okay, so let's start with today's session. Yesterday you have got some idea about cryptography. You first studied what is the need of security and what is the importance of security. Sorry, cryptography, right? And ma'am has also given the introduction about what are different cryptography techniques, classical cryptographic techniques, right? But the, after that, a lot of innovation has been done in cryptographic techniques, and there are certain types of cryptographic algorithms. So in the today's session, we are going to see what are different cryptographic algorithms and what is hash function, what are different hashing algorithms are there, because in whatever today's you are using different social media, you have different accounts in different social media, they are actually encrypted, they are protected with the help of these algorithms only, these different hashing techniques only. You also have attended the session on blockchain. There also ma'am has explained about that SHA-256 hashing algorithm, right? So what is the importance of that, and what how exactly it works and how it protects your data, right? So this will be we are going to conduct in this seminar, right? So let's see. I hope you have already gone through the basics of cryptographic algorithm or the definition. So let's see what is the outline. So what is the definition? Terminologies used in cryptography. Then what are different types of cryptography? In that symmetric key cryptography, symmetric key, and what are different algorithms used in this type of cryptography? Next, hash functions, and one more important concept is what? MAC. Okay, so I know you know that definition. Still, I have mentioned the definition here. That cryptography is science of using mathematics. As ma'am has already told you that the basic of cryptography, or you can say prerequisite for cryptography or to implement this algorithm is somewhat you should have the knowledge about mathematics, right? So, ma'am have also given the introduction about modular arithmetic. So everywhere, whatever cryptographic algorithm you are going to see, this modular arithmetic or different mathematical terms are used. If you are aware of GCD, how to calculate GCD of two numbers, or how to identify prime numbers, what are the properties of prime numbers, that you should know at least, the prerequisite for this. Okay, so cryptography is the science of mathematics. It is the art and science of keeping message secret. So these are certain common definitions these scientists have defined. And cryptography is the science of securing data, and the term cryptanalysis is the science of analyzing and breaking secure information. Means what? Cryptography is what we use to encrypt and decrypt the data, the algorithms we use. And cryptanalysis is the opposite process. Whatever encrypted data is there, the attacker or the cryptanalyst try to identify which algorithm is there, and he try to get back the plain text. That is cryptanalysis. And one more term, that is cryptology, is nothing but both, the study of both cryptology and cryptanalysis. Okay. Now these are all some basic terminologies you are aware, and yesterday also you have got some revision of this. So in cryptography, will you tell, or let's see what are the main terms. I hope you know what you mean by plain text. Plain text is original text. Cipher text is encrypted text. The algorithm or the process which is used to convert plain text to cipher text is enciphering or encryption. And the algorithm which is used for that is known as encryption algorithm. Okay, so for that algorithm, what are the two inputs needed? One input is plain text, which we want to convert, and one important factor is key. So encryption algorithm needs these two inputs, plain text and secret key. Next is decryption, the opposite process. Decryption is what? Recovering plain text from cipher text. For that also, we need algorithm. Again, for that algorithm, what are the two inputs we needed? Cipher text and the key, right? And one more term, that is secret key, is known as it is actually used in symmetry key algorithm. This is known as secret key. Secret key is nothing but same key used for encryption and decryption. We'll see what is that secret key also. Next, cipher is what? That is the scheme used for encryption and decryption. These terms we have studied: cryptology, cryptanalysis, and cryptography. So I hope this terminology you are clear with. Okay. Next is ciphers. Now there are two types: block cipher and stream cipher. Block cipher means what? It encrypts a block of plain text. Suppose 1,000 bytes plain text is there. What these algorithms or this type of block ciphers are? This 1,000 of plain text is divided in blocks. Blocks of means usually it is 64 bits or 128 bits. So a huge plain text is converted in block of size 64 bit and 128 bit, and encryption is done on each and every block. Suppose 1,000 bits is of plain text size, then 1,000 is divided in 64 bits, 64 bits, 64 bits, and on each block of the 64 bits, encryption is done. So not a complete plain text is encrypted, but plain text is divided in blocks and then encryption is done. Stream cipher, it is opposite to block. What is that? It encrypts data one bit at a time or one byte at a time. So how many bits are there in one byte? Just type in chat. And one more thing, as I told, mathematics is the prerequisite for this. Similarly, you should also know some of the your digital electronics concepts also. What is mean by byte? How many bits means one byte? How many bytes mean one word? Are you aware of this terms? Byte, word. Just type yes or no in chat box. Yeah, right. Tejas is saying. Yeah, so I hope you are aware of this. Can you tell me one word, how many bits and how many bytes? How many bits and how many bytes? Word. You have studied, I think, your basic electronics. 4 bits is one word. Is it so? Just now you told that 8 bits is one byte. How come 4 bits will be one word? So this is what we should be clear about, right? Because the algorithms are based on this. Whatever we are going to study, DES, AES, this data is converted in bits, bytes, operated in that terms only. So you should be clear with this. So let me tell you, 4 bytes means one word, and 4 bytes means how many bits? 32 bits. Listen, 8 bits is equal to 1 byte, and 4 bytes is equal to one word, and 4 bytes is equal to 32 bits. Okay, so these are some common terms. Let's see again. Now, this is what block and stream cipher, because some algorithm works on block cipher and some algorithms are stream ciphers. That's why I have mentioned this. Now let's see what is cryptography. All of you know, again in the diagram you can see plain text, encryption, ciphertext, decryption, and original text. But how mathematically we can write it? Why I have shown this? Because now henceforth, whenever you are using these algorithms, this is the simplest form of cryptography I have written, not a symmetric or asymmetric like that. How cryptography can be represented in mathematical model or in mathematical terms, that we can, that this is how we can write. So here if you see first line, encryption key, how it is represented? KE, that is E is for encryption. So this is how you can remember, because henceforth if you are using suppose RS algorithm, AES algorithm in your seminar work, in your project work, so many applications are using these algorithms. So mathematically you have to represent it. So you should understand how this can be represented. Okay, so K is what? Key, that is encryption key. KD is what? Decryption key. Now you can see the statement C is equal to E in bracket K comma P. So can you tell me what it is? Now, now you cannot tell, but okay, at least listen what I'm saying. P is what here? Plain text. When we apply encryption key to plain text, that is E is for encryption. So E stands a function, encryption algorithm, which uses key and plain text. as we seen in the previous slide, algorithm needs two input. One is plain text and another is key. So this encryption algorithm has given two inputs, encryption key and plain text, which will be converted into C, that is ciphertext. And how to get original plain text? The function used or the algorithm used is capital D, that's a decryption algorithm. Key used is decryption key, that is KD. And what it is going to decrypt? The C. The C as it is I have written, that is E in bracket KE comma P. So this is how you can represent ciphertext and plain text with the help of these mathematical terms. I hope you have understood how it is represented. Yes? Just use chat box to respond me so that I'll come to know whether you have understood these concepts or not. Or at least one student take, yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shruti. Okay. Now, can I explain? Okay, one more time I explain. Just see line by line. KE, what do you understand by KE? That is key used for encryption. And you can choose these names or nomenclature suitable to your terms, right? K is what? Encryption key. KD is what? Decryption key. Now, how we get ciphertext? Ciphertext, we use key and plain text. So, E, see the third statement. C is equal to E in bracket KE comma P. What is P? Plain text. This encryption key is fixed. See, these keys are this key should be agreed by sender and receiver. They can change, but the sender and receiver should agree upon the same key. If they are using symmetric algorithm, then they should choose a single key where sender is going to use it for encryption and receiver is going to use it for decryption. But only sender and receiver should know this key. They can change it whenever they want, but both should know and they should be agree with this key. Okay, so C is equal to E. This is the encryption algorithm. The input given is key and plain text. And P, how to retrieve the plain text again? We need C, ciphertext, right? So C and we need decryption key, that is KD. So the function uses D in bracket, KD comma C also we can write. But how we have obtained C? That is the long, what I have elaborated that C. That is decryption key and ciphertext. Okay, we will move forward so that we will understand. Now, the types of cryptography, symmetric and asymmetric. And one of the cryptography, the concept used is hash functions, right? I hope you know what these terms at least. Have you heard these terms, symmetric and asymmetric? Yes. At least heard these terms, symmetric key and asymmetric key. Okay. So, in cryptography, see, one type is symmetric key cryptography. Okay, let's see here. Just a minute. Symmetric cryptography. In this cryptography, we use our sender and receiver agrees upon a single key. Means, in real-time example, we can say we have house, we have lock for our house, or we can say we have a locker in bank also, right? So if I'm for our house, we lock our door, right? And we have the key. And another also person is there, it should have the same key to open that lock. Similarly, one algorithm is there, and if I am a sender, I am using a single key to encrypt the message. Same key should be used by a receiver to decrypt the message. Right. Suppose, for example, a number is a 10-digit number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like this is the number. And what I have done, I have encrypted this and I have used key as mod 7. So what will be the answer? Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, mod 7, answer is suppose 2, like that. So when I send encrypted message to another user, he should also know the key which I have used. What key I have used? I have taken mod 7 like that. So he should also know that mod 7 is the key, and whatever encrypted text he has received, he should do opposite to that to get the plain text. Yesterday you have seen the Caesar cipher method or this traditional methods, right? So exact reverse process is done to get the plain text. So in symmetric key, what I wanted to say is in symmetric key, same key is used to encrypt and same key is used to decrypt. That is why it is known as symmetric key algorithm. So in the diagram you can see plain text encryption algorithm is used and the key which is used in symmetric key is known as secret key. Remember, there are two types, no, symmetric and asymmetric. The key which is used in symmetric key is known as secret key, and key which is used in asymmetric algorithm is known as public key and private key. There are two keys. So here, where there is only single key, the name used is secret key. Okay, so the same secret key is shared by sender and recipient. Same here, secret key is shared by sender and recipient. Okay, so whatever algorithm they use, they should share same key. Then only the receiver will be able to decrypt the message and get the plain text. Okay, now symmetric key also known as, now different names are there. What are different names? It is conventional key algorithm, traditional, private. The symmetric key is also known as private key algorithm, secret key algorithm, single key algorithm. So these are all different names given to symmetric key algorithm. The feature of symmetric key is sender and recipient share a common key, and all classical encryption algorithms are symmetric. So now means to study further cryptography, each and everyone should understand this concept, cryptography, and what is meant by symmetric key and asymmetric key, and at least the working of algorithms, how these algorithms are working. Then only you will be able to do further innovation in the cryptography. So this basic should be clear. So I hope I have cleared symmetric key cryptography, right? In symmetric key, only one key is used. That key should be common. Sender and receiver should know this key and both should agree upon this key. Yes, all of you are clear up to this? I'm waiting for your response in chat window. If still is there any doubt, let me know, because next algorithm you are going to study that are based on these concepts. So you should know how it works. Okay. What key is actually? Yeah. Key is nothing but okay. When we see the algorithm, we will come to know. But key is nothing but any digit, any any number of bits is considered as that key, and that is used for the encryption. Okay, I'll tell you in the next algorithms what is the key. For one example, I give you. Usually in cryptography, mathematical terms are used. Integers are mostly used. No doubt, you can use these strings also. You can convert strings to another strings. You can convert numbers to ciphertext. But for processing, usually integers are used. So key is nothing but any integer of different sizes according to the algorithms, right? So in symmetric key in DES, if you see in the diagram, DES, that is data encryption standard. This is symmetric key algorithm. This algorithm uses 56 bits key. So key size in DES is 56 bit. How this key is used, I will explain in DES algorithm. Okay. Someone asked, can we explain the process? Process is simple. If I'll give a simple example. If I am a user A, and B is another user, A wants to send a secret message, confidential message to B, and he wants that any other person, that is CD, any intruder, hacker should not see that message. So he need to encrypt the message. Okay. Now how will encrypt the message? He will use any of the encryption algorithm. Okay. Suppose I am using Caesar cipher. Simple example I'll give. Yesterday you have studied Caesar cipher. That's why I'm giving the example. Suppose I want to send that meet me at 5 o'clock in this garden. Now I want that only you should read this message, but your friend should not read or any hacker should not read. So what I'll do, I will use Caesar cipher method, and I will substitute all these letters. Meet me at 5 o'clock in this garden. I will substitute each and every letter by next third letter or whatever technique you are using. And I will send. So receiver will receive what? Encrypted message. But receiver also knows which method is used. So receiver, what it will do? It will decrypt it using Caesar cipher method. So if I have replaced A by third letter next third letter, A is replaced by B, C, D. A is replaced by D. B is replaced by E, like that. So receiver, what it will do? It will decrypt the encrypted message using same algorithm, that is Caesar cipher, and then he will get the plain text. If third person anyhow get the cipher text, but he doesn't know which algorithm is used, which key is used, so he will not be able to decrypt the message. So obviously the confidentiality will be maintained, integrity will be maintained. Okay, so the same algorithm is used, same key is used. That is why it is known as symmetric. I hope I am clear as per this diagram. Symmetric key. Okay, now again, the one definition we studied for cryptography. In symmetric encryption, how we can represent. Just see here, mathematically how we can represent. I have given this nomenclature also. What is X here? X is plain text. What I have applied? Encryption algorithm with encryption key, EK. And I get Y. What is Y? Cipher text. How to get Y here in symmetric key? We use encryption key for plain text, apply key on plain text, and we get Y. Similarly, how we can write Y? Y is equal to apply encryption algorithm using this key on this plain text. Similarly, how to apply or how to get plain text? So plain text X is equal to apply decryption algorithm with same key on ciphertext Y. Are you getting me? So how to do this? Or another method how we can write plain text. How to get plain text is equal to use a decryption algorithm using same key on decrypted text, or sorry, ciphertext. Y is ciphertext. So these are names. X is plain text, Y is ciphertext, K is the secret key. Remember, secret key is used for symmetric key algorithm. So K is secret key. K is same for encryption, for decryption. If both keys are different, name will be used different. So same name is used, K and K. That is why we say here that key is same. E is encryption algorithm, D is decryption algorithm. Okay, and what he said, E and D are known to public. Means what? Anyone knows that this algorithm is used. That suppose DES is used, but they don't know which key is used. So key is the main thing. Key is the secret key that anyone should not know. Only sender and receiver should know. Okay, I hope I am clear up to this. This is all about symmetric key. Now, next is what? Asymmetric. Now, what is the main difference here? Can you tell me? I have mentioned here at the heading. What is asymmetric crypto system? KE. What is KE? Key used for encryption is not equal to key used for decryption. This is the first main difference between this. So here in diagram you can see plain text is encrypted using which key? KE, known as encryption key, converted in ciphertext. At the decryption side, we receive ciphertext. How to get original text? We need to apply same algorithm, but key is different. That is known as decryption key, KD. So KE and KD are not same. What was there in symmetric? KE and KE both were same. Are you clear up to this? Just tell me in chat box. Okay. Thanks, Shruti. Now, what is another name? It is also known as public key cryptography, two key cryptography, asymmetric cryptography. What were the names for symmetric key? That were what? Single key, right? Then secret key. The two different names. In symmetric key, we use secret key. In asymmetric, we use public or two key. Now here, a public key which may be known by anybody and can be used to encrypt message and verify signatures. And private key known to only recipient, used to decrypt messages. Now, one important thing, just see here. Important thing is there are two keys. How to convert ciphertext with different key? Yeah, we are going to see the algorithms. In that, I'll explain. And here also, I want to tell you how these keys are used. Here, in asymmetric algorithm, two keys are there. Do you agree? One is used for encryption and another is for decryption. That is why it is two key. Now, a user. I am a user. Rohini is the user. I want to send message to user B. Now, what I'll do as a user, I will have two keys. Every user will have two keys. One is used for encryption, one is used for decryption. And one key is known as public key. Can you see here? One key is known as public key and another key is known as private key. So as a user, Rohini as a user will have two keys. One is my public key and one is my private key. Now how these keys are used for encryption and decryption. Now my public key, I will publish to everyone. So I will publish to everyone. Everyone who is going to communicate with me will know my which key? Public key. But private key is only known to me. I'm not going to disclose my private key, right? So suppose now user B wants to send a confidential message to me. So he should encrypt the message. Now how he will encrypt the message? Using my public key. He will encrypt the message using my public key and send that ciphertext to me. Now, how I will decrypt it? I will decrypt it using my which key? Private key. Because private key is known to only me. No other person can decrypt that message because I have sent my public key. So, any message encrypted by my public key will be decrypted by only my private key. So this public key and private key pair, just listen. Public key and private key pair is used of each user. So each user will have two keys, public key and private key. The message which is encrypted using that public key will be decrypted using that private key only. A user's message, suppose a message is encrypted using another user's public key, cannot be decrypted by using another's private key. So just keep in mind, this public key and private key pair should work. So all of you understood how these two keys work. If I am the user, I will explain one more time. I am the user, I will have two keys. Okay, yeah. I am a user. How many keys I will have? Two keys. Public key and private key. Which key I will disclose? Just type. Just type in your chat box. And better you also have a pen and paper because some things you need to write and you will understand. Okay, so yes, Tanmay has replied public. Which key I will disclose to all those users who want to communicate with me? Yes, that is public key. Which key will be kept secret to me? Private key. Yeah, right. Now, yes, Chaitrali has private key. Now, Chaitrali want to send a confidential message to me. Now, Chaitrali will use which key to encrypt the message? That message is confidential and she doesn't want anyone else should know that message. Yes, Chaitrali will use which key? Which key? No, Chaitrali will use my public key. Because I have disclosed only that. Chaitrali also don't know what is my private key. She only knows public key. So any message she want to send, she will encrypt it. But she will use which key? my public key. Yeah, right. She will use my public key. Okay. Now she will send encrypted message to me. Now I don't understand. No encrypted message. I have to decrypt it. Now to decrypt it, which key I will use? Whether I will use my public key or my private key for decryption. Exactly. Kavita has answered private key. Exactly. Yes. So both the keys are mine. Public key is also mine. Private key is also mine. But other users use my public key. They cannot use my private key. Only I can use my private key to decrypt. So see the sentence here once again. A public key. Okay, if the first has encrypt the message, then he can also know how he can decrypt. For decryption, he need private key, and private key I have not disclosed. Are you getting me? A person only encrypt. He cannot decrypt the message which is sent to me. I am decrypting using my private key. If anyone wants to decrypt, he should know his private key. So any user use C here statement. Public key which is known to anybody can be used to encrypt message. And next statement, private key known to only recipient or user. Suppose I am the user, used to decrypt message. Now another Chaitrali. Chaitrali also want to, Chaitrali is also having public key and private key. Now I want to send a message to Chaitrali. So which key I will know of Chaitrali is which key I know? I know her public key. Right? I know her public key. Now I will send message that meet me in the cabin. What I'll do, I will encrypt the message and use Chaitrali's public key and send the message to Chaitrali. Chaitrali now knows what about confidential. Okay. Chaitrali knows her private key. So the message which I sent to her, she will decrypt it because she has her private key. So the message which I have sent is received by Chaitrali, and the message which Chaitrali has sent received by me. This is what confidentiality maintains. No other person, even though he reads that message, he will not be able to understand, he will not be able to decrypt because private key is of each and every user and only that user can be, that user can decrypt it. This is the overall concept. Actually, and this concept is used now nowadays or in every of the algorithm. What happened? Screen is not visible. Yes. Anyone can reply. Screen is not okay visible, no? Okay, let's see next concepts again so that again you will understand. Okay, so see this is public key cryptography. Again in the diagram I will show you. This is plain text. This is algorithm, public key algorithm. Most famous algorithm used is what? RSA. Now RSA, what it is having? Public keys. So any algorithm or any user is knowing any other user's public key. So I am a user. Suppose I am a user. I know Joy's public key, Bob's public key, Mike's public key. I know each and every one user's public key. So if I want to send message to this Mike, if I want to send message to Mike, which key I will use? Mike's public key. To send message to Mike, literally some students are saying screen is black. Hello, Chaitrali. Hello. Chaitrali, can you hear me? No, okay, yes, visible. All are saying visible. Some students are saying not visible. Okay, Priyanka is also okay. Then check your connection at your side. The student who is saying no, please check your connection because all are screen visible to all. Yes. Okay. So I'll continue, right? So just tell me now in chat box, yes, that if I want to send message to Mike, whose public key I will use? Alice public key I will use or Joyce public key I will use? If I want to communicate with Mike. Type it. Type. If I want to, I know all, suppose there are 10 users and I know all 10 public key and I want to communicate with Mike, then I will use obviously Mike's public key, right? Thanks. And now I will send message, encrypt the message using Mike's public key and send message to Mike. Now Mike will use whose private key? His private key or any other's private key? Mike will use his own private key because he don't know others' private key. And this is how this works. Yeah, he will use his own. So here I have shown you that this algorithm is using Alice public key, encrypted the message, send the ciphertext to Alice. Alice will be using its private key and decrypt the message to plain text. So the message is meant, the keys are meant to only that users. No other person can use any other keys. So this key pair is important for any user, public key and its private key. Public key is to be disclosed. Any user can know public key, but private key is secret, which is kept to that user only. And it is used, so public key is used to encrypt the message, private key is used to decrypt the message. Okay, so I hope I have answered the question that how two keys are used to encrypt and decrypt. So am I clear with these two terms, symmetric and asymmetric? So that we will move forward to the algorithms. Okay, okay. One question I saw. Shall I move forward? Okay. See, symmetric algorithms. There are n number of algorithms which are known as symmetric. There are n number of algorithms which are symmetric when asymmetric. Yes, I'm going to tell you everything. Just listen. Symmetric key algorithms. There are many algorithms I have listed here, and many are used also. But there is certain disadvantages or lack of security. That's why the people have moved forward to asymmetric algorithm. Lot of innovation has been done in say asymmetric algorithms, right? So, but though innovation has been done, though latest algorithms are used, everyone should study this symmetric algorithm. Everyone should know the basics of these algorithms. And the most important and the traditional algorithm used is what? DES, Data Encryption Standard, right? And after that, double DES is also there. Then triple DES, as you can see here. Triple DES is also there. AES is also. So as you go, the security level is also improved, right? DES was the basic algorithm, right? Everyone was very satisfied. But certain limitations have been found. That's why double DES is invented. After double DES, triple DES invented. Then AES, Advanced Encryption Standard. But all these algorithms are symmetric key. What is mean by that? They use single key for encryption and decryption. Right now, these are what modes. These algorithms D at the okay, let's see. DES, AES, AES, IDEA. These are all what block cipher. In the initial slide, I explained what it mean by block cipher, what it mean by stream cipher. Block cipher, it works on blocks of data, and stream cipher works on streams, only bits of data. Block is consist of 64 bits, and stream cipher is nothing but 1 bit or 1 byte at a time they operate. So these DES, AES are what? Block ciphers. RC4, RC5. These are what? Stream ciphers. Okay, now this n number of algorithms. I am not going to explain all these algorithms because this is not possible at all. Because so many algorithms are there. Even we need to study symmetric also. So this in this symmetric algorithm, I am going to explain what is DES. Again, there are so many calculations, computations, permutations, substitutions are done in DES. I think yesterday you have studied what is meant by substitution, permutations, transposition. Yes? Yes, if you have gone through this concept. Yeah. So you know what is meant by substitution. One letter can be substituted by another letter. So in DES algorithm, substitution is done, permutation is done, right? So many things are done in DES. How so many permutation substitution is done in so itself the DES itself is a complicated algorithm. And again in double DES, in triple DES, the DES algorithm is made more complicated to increase the security. As I told, DES was secure, but it has faced so many attacks. That's why again security level is increased. So double DES means again one more layer of DES is increased. Triple DES means one more layer of security is increased. So they made a DES more and more complicated for hacker. Okay, for intruder to intrude into the algorithm, to hack the data, to hack the information. AES is again more advanced encryption standard. DES more than DES, AES is more secure. How? We will see. Similarly, all these algorithms are having different features, but all these algorithm does so many calculations and so many substitutions that you need to understand that. Okay. Now, in this presentation, we'll see what is DES. Asymmetric algorithms. There are a few I have listed asymmetric algorithms. If you have you heard any of these algorithms? Diffie-Hellman, RSA, ElGamal, elliptic curve cryptography, or in the previous also? Have you heard any of the name of algorithm? Type yes or no. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for your reply. So these are algorithms for symmetric. These are algorithms for asymmetric. Now, what is meant by asymmetric? I told they use two different keys. So Diffie-Hellman is actually key generation algorithm. It generates two keys. RSA is the algorithm used for encryption. That is asymmetric. So with how many keys RSA uses? Two keys, right? Similarly, these algorithms. So this is asymmetric. In that, we will see what is RSA algorithm, how it works. Next, hashing algorithm, right? There are many algorithms, but the basic you should understand is what MD5 and the advanced is SHA-1. After that SHA-1, you have SHA-256, SHA-912, and so many SHAs from SHA-0 to SHA-3. Nowadays, most of the security applications or social media also uses SHA-256. And also you have heard this session about blockchain. Here also, there also it uses SHA-256. Now we are going to see about all these, not all, I'll explain what is MD5 and what is SHA-1. Okay. Now, let's see what is DES algorithm. But see, at the first lecture itself or in the beginning itself, you will not understand how DES works. But try to get overall idea that how actually any encryption algorithm works. Because inside that algorithm, so many calculations are done. At single time, you will not understand how these calculations are done. But you should know what exactly done in that DES. So I will give you an idea how the encryption is done in DES. Okay. So the long form is data encryption standard designed in 1974. Why I am explaining this? Because this is the basic algorithm you should know. You may do further study, you may do research on cryptography, but you should know the working of this algorithm. That's why I am explaining. Okay, so DES, now block size is 64. As I told, it is block cipher. So DES works on one block. One block size is of how many bits? 64 bits. How many bytes? Can you tell me? Yeah, right. Thanks, Shruti. Yes. So again, suppose plain text. Plain text is 1000 bytes, 1000 bits. Plain text is 1000 bits. That 1000 bits are divided in blocks. And each block of size, how many bits? 64. Are you getting me? And key used in DES is how many bits? 56 bits. So sender agrees upon a key of how many bits? 56 bits. And same key is used by receiver to decrypt. Right? This is why this is symmetric. Now in DES, how many rounds are there? 16 rounds. How these 16 rounds are there, I will explain. So DES uses 56-bit key and maps 64-bit input block of plain text. Okay, so plain text is divided in blocks of 64-bit, and each block is converted in a ciphertext, and then these ciphertexts are combined to get a complete ciphertext. And this 56-bit is used to encrypt and decrypt. Now, the limitation. What is limitation of DES? That key size is 56-bit. If we compare this size or key size for today's computing power, this is very, very small. Easily that can be cracked. That's why this limitation is there. That's why AES algorithm is most widely used. Right? Now, how it works. Till now, I am clear. Is it okay? Have you understood the basic? What is block? What is key size? Just type yes or no. Okay. Thanks. Next. Now I have tried to explain. I'm going to try to explain DES in these diagrams. Actually, it is a huge or complicated algorithm, but I'm trying to make it simplified. Let's see, What is plain text? The original message, right? Next, this plain text is divided in blocks. So I will consider this as a block. What is the size of block? One block? Type in chat box. What is the size of this block? Yeah, right. Thank you. Yeah, 64. Yeah, right. Just take pen and paper also because I'm going to ask in between some questions, simple questions that you should understand. And you will learn this easily if you have pen and paper. Okay, this plain text is of 64. Now, these some steps are done. In between, some steps are done and we get ciphertext. Ciphertext size will also be 64 bits. Now, in this between, permutation is done. And that after permutation, whatever 64 bits are there will go through how many rounds? 16 rounds. So round 1 output will be given to round 2. Again, something is done in round 2. Hello? Can you hear me? One student said I can't hear. Am I audible to all? Okay. Other students also respond, please. Can you hear me? Okay. Yes. So 64-bit permutation. Do you know the concept of permutation? Permutation. Have you studied permutation? Okay, learn means at least you know what is mean by permutation. Mixing. So how do I explain? Permutation means mixing. Suppose 10 bit digits are there. I can mix it. So 10th number I can put it on first position. First position number I can put it on fifth position. So mixing the positions. That is permutation. Now this concept is again used and so many things are there. Okay, in 11th standard, no. So you know what is permutation. I will not explain it. But initial permutation means what? Bits are shuffled. Okay, this I can say, right? So these 64 bits are shuffled, and these all 64 bits will go through 16 rounds. See, so output of first round will go to round 2, output of this go to this, and whatever is the output of round 16, again some final permutation is done, and then ciphertext is generated. So just imagine if the plain text is hello, if plain text is hello, it may be it or integers. I can consider anything you can consider. Either you consider text or integers. Permutation. After permutation, the bits are mixed. Again, it will go through all these 16 rounds. So again, mixing, substitutions, transformations, everything is done. And after that, again final permutation is done. Again, mixing is done, and the ciphertext is generated. So this algorithm is that much difficult. So the person who is not knowing this algorithm and key, if the hacker doesn't know key, it is totally difficult to get the plain text from ciphertext. Are you getting me? So because of all these permutations and substitutions, the DES is difficult to crack. Now how it is done? one round. Now just pay attention, right? So plain text is a 64 bit. How it work, I will tell you. 64 bit. It is divided in two parts, L left and right part. So what will be the size of each part, left and right? What will be the size of left and right? 32. This is half, right? So 64 divided by 2, 32, right? Next what? Whatever process is done, 32 bits 32 bits are there for left right side. Some process is done on this side, and after this is one round. This round I am explaining in this. So inside this is this. Are you getting me? Inside round one, this. So whatever is, again here F is there. What is F? I will explain here. What is F? So inside round one, this is there. Inside this is there. And inside this, sum is done. Something is done. And this output is done to given to this. After the first round, R1 will be given to left side. And left side will be given to right side. So whatever is the output will be given to next round. Are you getting me? Next round madhe, again we will divide this in two parts. Again this will be done. Again this right and left side, and lastly final permutation is there and ciphertext is generated. Now how it works? Now right side is of 32. So you will see here. What is the size of R here in this third? What is the size? 32 bits. Okay. What is key size? Type in chat box. What is right side? 32 bits. What is key size? Yes, key size is 56. Now, do you know this? What is this operation known as? What is this operation? Symbol of, yeah, right. Thanks. Yes. Now, XOR, for XOR, we need same number of bits, right? XOR operation can be performed on same. So, can I XOR 32 bit with 64 bit or 56 bit? No. I hope you know all this term. Do you know and or operations of this? Right? Yes or no? Do you know XOR operation, how it works? Yeah. So now let's move forward. R size is of 32 bit. So what is done inside one round? 32 bit is expanded. 32 bit is expanded to 48 bit. Just you can write on your paper, huh? Because I'm going to ask one question. Write on your paper. Left side is of 32 bit expanded to 48 bit. Are you writing? Yes or no? So that I will take pause some. Otherwise, I will go fast. So 32 is converted or expanded to 48 bit. Key size is of 56 bit. 56 bits are converted to 48 bit. Now again there is some process to convert 56 to 48, 32 to 48, and now this is 48, this is 48. Both these are XORed. Whatever is the output of XOR operation will be given to S box. What is S box? This is substitution box. One term I explained, or I told many times, substitution, right? S box is what? Again, a box means it is an array, two-dimensional array where values are stored. Now, how values are stored, that is again a different part. But how many bits output is given to S box? Can you tell me? See, XOR operation, input is given to, this output of XOR is given to S box. So, how many bits input will be given to S box? Tell me. Exactly. Thanks, Nilesh. Yes, 48, not bytes. It is bits. There is difference, bits and bytes. Right? So, from 32 we converted to 48. From key we converted 56 to 48. We XORed. We have given these 48 bits to S box. What now? How many S boxes are there? 8 S boxes. So 48 bit input is given to 8 S box. So one HS box will have 6. There is electricity problem. Okay. So 48 bit input is given to S box. that is converted. So how 8 box means how many bits input to each S box? Question, did you understand? Yeah, right. So each S box will have 6 bits as input and its output will be 4 bits. So S box, what substitution is done? What if 8 substitution box will do? It will take 6 bits as input and convert 4 bits as output. So from one S box, 4 bits will be output. For second S box, 4 bits will be output. So finally, how many bits output will be there from S boxes? Right. Thanks, Shruti. Yeah. So from S box, how many bits output will be there? 32. P box means permutation. So again, whatever is the output of S box will be permuted. Again, mixing will be done. Are you getting me? And after mixing, output will be generated. And this is the output of which round? Which round? Round? Tell me. Round 1. Right? So whatever was the initial 32 bit, we converted it to output also 32 bit, and these all operations. Now these operations are again complicated in detail. If we see, if you learn this algorithm in detail, somewhat calculations are done, and again output we get is 32 bit, and this is the end of round 1. This output will be given to round 2. Again all this process is done in round 2. Again all this process is done in round till 16. And final one more time permutation is done and ciphertext is, so this combination is also done, this exchange is also done, and this is done all 16 ciphertext. And this is for only one block of 64 bit. So see, only one block, all plain text is divided in 64 bit, 64 bit, and every block will go through all these rounds and will get ciphertext. All of you understood? So this is how DES algorithm is done or prepared. I hope everyone has understood, at least got the idea what exactly happens in DES algorithm. Yes or no? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nilesh. So same explanation I have written here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Shariyari. Same explanation I have written. Now I will explain in 1 minute what is 3 DES. So just give me the answers. In one DES, right? How many key we used? One key. How many key we used? One key. In double DES, before explaining 3 DES, I'll explain. In double DES, 2 DES, what happens? One block is encrypted using 156-bit key, and whatever is the output of the ciphertext or one encryption, again encrypted by second key. So again 16 round using second key, and that is given to receiver. So at the receiver side, he will decrypt using the second key, and then again he will decrypt using the first key. So this is how they increase the security level. Again, somewhere maybe some attacks happened in 2 DS, so they invented 3 DS, and this is what again they made more complicated. So what is done in 3 DS? How many keys they use then now in 3 DS? How many times the encryption is done? 3 times. How many keys are used? K1, K2, K3. 3 keys they have used. So first plain text box. So it will process first DS using one key. Whatever is the output, again encrypted using K2. What is the size of K1, K2, K3? What is the size of K1, K2, K3? Right. So output, yes, output of round 1. Sorry, first given to another next DS algorithm. Here it will use second key of 56 bit. Again encryption will be same block, same block. Again in third, it will use another 56-bit key and encrypt. So one plain text will go many times under encryption using 3 different keys. So receiver should know all these keys. If any hacker try to guess K1, anyhow try to guess K2, it is not possible to get K3s and not possible to decrypt it. So this is how they made it more complicated. So after this ciphertext, receiver will receive. So in the reverse way, it will decrypt. So at first, which key it will use? K1, K2, K3. As it is going in reverse way, first for decryption, which key it will use first? K3. Then decrypt. Then it will use K2. Then it will use K1, and then it will get plain text. So this is how the 3DES is complicated. Okay, right? So this is what 3DES. Now AES I will not explain, but some difference I will tell. What is the difference? This is what a process. In short, I have just I got the diagram, so that's why I have put it here. So this table you see, huh? Now give me the answers in chat box. You how many key size was there, ma'am? But what is the effective key size of 3DES? Effective size means obvious the key size is fixed 56 bits, right? So in one K1 56 bit, K2 56 bit, K3 56 bits, and three keys are different, not same key. Three keys are different. So again, this complication level is increased. K1, K2, K3 are different, all of size 56, and this is used for encryption and decryption. Okay. Now in AES, in DS, how many rounds were there? How many rounds were there in DES? Right, 16. Now in AES, the difference in these rounds, I will tell. Key size was 56, rounds were 16. Now in AES, key size depends on rounds. If 10 rounds are there, or vice versa, we can consider 10 rounds are there, key size is 16 bytes. Can you convert it in bits? Tell me how many bits? In AES, key size is depend on rounds. Rounds are also vary as per the complexity. There are 10 rounds, 12 rounds, and 14 rounds. And depending on the rounds, the key size is there. So key length is here 16 byte. Can you convert it in bits? 128, right? 128, 192, and 256. So key size is improved here. In DS that was 56. Here minimum key size is 128. So it is very much difficult to crack the key and to crack the algorithm, right? Though the round is 10, the key size is 128 bit. The round are 12, key size is 24, that is 192 bit. So that is almost difficult to crack the key, to get the key and then to decrypt it. So one comparison I have shown, just go through it. AES again types are there 128, 192, 256. Depend on the rounds. So here I can see that 10 rounds, 12 rounds, and 14 rounds, right? So this the another name for AES is regintial, and this is represented like this. So in DES, key length was 2 words, actually words, words I have already told. Usually the nomenclature they use is bytes or words or bits. So you should be aware of this. So this is how the complication is improved in AES. Okay. So next algorithm. I hope I am clear with symmetric key. There single key is used. Now in public key, two keys are used. This is the most famous algorithm RSA, named by these authors or inventors. That is Ravest, R for Ravest, Ron Ravest, Shamir, and Adelman. They invented RSA algorithm. Why this is famous, or why this is more secure, or why this is complicated? Because it uses large number, and large numbers are prime numbers. It uses concept of prime numbers. Do you know prime number, all of you? Type yes. If you know. Do you know prime numbers? Okay. She says yes. Yeah. So RSA uses concept of prime numbers, and factorization of prime numbers is done in RSA. And factoring prime number is very, very difficult. And as the large prime numbers are used, factoring those prime number takes so much time that almost not possible to factor this prime number. So the main security due to cost of factoring large numbers. The main advantage of RSA is this, and this takes O of E. Do you know this? Do you know this? O of E log n, log of log n. What is this called? Prime number each are divided by base, right? Yes, Sudhira. Okay, this is no O of n. Do you know this terms? O of n, O of log n. What do we call it? I think you have studied no in your data structures. Yeah, right. Time complexity. The time complexity, how difficult the algorithm is represented by this time complexity. And if you have studied different algorithms, sorting, searching, there you have studied this time complexity. So the more difficult algorithm, time complexity is more, right? So here factoring prime number is difficult. That is why this complexity is difficult more, and that is why RSA algorithm is considered as more secure. Okay, now if I explain here, you will understand few concepts, but few things you have to again learn in detail. Okay, how this work I will explain in short. As it works on prime number, we will consider two prime numbers, P and Q. Here in this RS algorithm, we will see how to generate keys. As I explained in asymmetric, just a minute, I will just power. I'm connecting the power cable just a minute. Yeah. Yeah, it works on. So in this algorithm what we will see asymmetric algorithm works on two keys, public key and private key. So in this algorithm we will see how to generate public key and private key and how encryption and decryption is done. So two prime numbers are considered. So here important is large prime number. Here for simplicity we can consider 5 and 7, but in research or in any of the application they don't use 5 and 7 and 11 like that. They use so many bits, 1 2 3 4 5. So maybe 8 8 10 10 bits, the they are they consider one prime number. So you can think of how complicated it will be. Anyone, I think someone has unmuted. Okay, so two prime number P and Q, calculate n, that is multiply P and Q, that is phi of n. So for this, no, to understand, you should know prime numbers, co-prime numbers, right? Relative prime numbers. So these are algorithm works on these concepts: relatively prime, co-prime, GCD. One more term is GCD. All of you know what is in my GCD and how to calculate GCD. Type in chat box GCD. Yeah. What is the GCD of 12 and 6? Simple example I am asking. The GCD of 12 and 6. Is it here? No. You can in general calculate, no? GCD normal. Okay. Will not, okay. Yeah, sound is disturbing. Someone has, I think, unmuted their mic. Please mute it. Yeah, right, Rohit. Yes. So see here, two prime numbers P and Q, n is equal to P into Q. Now phi of n is known as Euler's quotient. Euler's quotient means it counts or it calculates relatively prime number. Now relatively prime number is what? How to calculate? That is a different topic. If I am going to explain it now, again 2 hours it will require to explain RS algorithm. So what I'll do, I will explain. I'll just give you an overall idea of RS algorithm. Okay, so we will calculate phi of n. How to calculate it? P minus 1 into Q minus 1. This is simple mathematics. This is, but this you need to calculate. Now, select a small integer e such that GCD of e and phi of n should be 1. Now, what is the meaning of this? We need to find out GCD of e and phi of n. So, we have to find out e such a way that their common this divisor is 1. Means there should not be any common factor between E and phi of n. For this also you need to do calculations, some mathematics you should use. But we have to find out E such that their GCD should be 1. And suppose I will explain with example also, so that E, whatever E we get, whose GCD is 1 with phi of n, that E will be considered as public key. Now we have to calculate D. What is D? D is multiplicative inverse of E. Now what is the multiplicative inverse? How to calculate? Again, that is a different process. Again, so much calculation is done to calculate multiplicative inverse of E. But here we will see what is D and what is E. So E, which we choose, is public key with pair n actually. And D is the multiplicative inverse of E with mod of phi n, that is known as private key. Now we get E and D. Now how to get public key and private key? So publish the pair E and N as your public key. So if I am a user, I will do all these calculation. I will get E, I will get D. So E and N will be my which key? Public key, which I will publish to everyone. But D, which I have calculated, that D is my private key, which is not known to anyone, which is known to say only me. So this is how we get public key. This is how we get private key. Now everyone knows E. So I send E through communication channel to everyone. Now another user wants to send plain text to me. So he will generate ciphertext. For encryption, it uses public key always. So user will use my public key. Here E. He will use my public. So here how it is represented, just see. M is what? Plain text. Plain text raised to E mod n. So this calculation is done. And it will generate ciphertext. This ciphertext will be sent to me. I will use which key? Private key to generate plain text, this M text. So how I will generate M? M is equal to whatever ciphertext I have received. This is decrypted using private key mod n. So this calculation we need to do. But this is how these two keys are used. This is the answer to that question. How two keys are used? Generate two keys, publish public key, use public key for encryption, and use private key for decryption. Now example. Only we'll see this example. Consider here P is 7, Q is 11. Are these prime numbers 7 and 11? Yes, we need to calculate n, 77. Phi of n is P minus 1 into Q minus 1, that is 60. We will choose E. How to choose E? Just type. How to choose E? Anyone tell me how to choose E? Splendid algorithm. Exactly. Thanks, Shilpi. Yeah. Right. Thanks. So E, I have chosen. So initially I can take 2. E is 2, but 2 and 60. What is phi of n 60? If I choose 2, is the GCD of 2 and 60 is 1? No. If I choose 3, 3 and 60 is 1? No. So this is how we can check whose GCD is 1. So this is how I get, suppose 7, whose GCD with phi of n is 1, and I calculate multiplicative inverse of 7. So I will get 43. So which is public key now? Public key is 7 and pair, or you can consider even 7 also, which I am going to publish. So 7 I will publish, and 43 will be private. How to encrypt? Now I want to encrypt 25. Original messages. No. It should be less than 5 of n. It should be less than 5 of n. One question asks. Okay, so original text is 25. I want to make it ciphertext. I will use public key. How I am going to use public key? So 25. This is a formula for encryption. So 25 raised to 7. 7 is public key. Mod 77. And ciphertext I get is 53. What is the original text? 25. I want to send 25 to Chetradi. But I used her public key 7. and converted to ciphertext, that is 53. Now which number I will send to her? Which number I will send to her? 53. So Chetrali will get 53. Now how she will decrypt it? She will use her private key. What is the formula to decrypt? C raised to D mod n. So C is 53 raised to 43. 43 is her private key. 53 raised to 43 mod n. Can you do this calculation? 53 raised to 43? No one can do this easily. Again, another method is there how to calculate this power function, right? So okay, so let me finish this. So 53 raised to 43 mod 77, obviously it will come to, what is the original text? 25. Okay, so this is how RS algorithm work. So the factorization of prime numbers, power function here it is used. The calculation are so much difficult that no means it is almost not possible to decrypt and hack the keys and misuse the keys. That is why RS algorithm is used widely. I think, Chaitrali, can I continue? But I think next session is at 12, no? Can I continue, or I will cover this hash function in the next, because this is also important. I will cover hash function MD5 and SHA algorithm in the next. Or if I can continue, I will continue. Chaitrali, please respond. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Chaitrali.
Yes, ma'am.
Next session is scheduled, I think, at 12 o'clock, no? Or if the session is not there, I will continue. Otherwise, because again, it will be again half topic will be halfly covered.
Ma'am, actually, you can continue, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. What did you
You
say?
can continue, ma'am.
So 12 o'clock you don't need, because
Need
I will at 12 o'clock different session is there for another college. This slot is given. That's what I heard. That's why I'm asking.
okay. Need to check, ma'am. Just
Okay. What I think? um, I think okay, recording. What I think, because hash function MD5 SHA I'm going to explain now. That will also need some concentration. So I will get it in the next session. One more topic is there, no, cyber security. I'm going to cover in the next session. Before that, I will cover MD5 or SHA.
okay, ma'am.
And one homework I want to give to the student. Okay. In the next lecture, before starting the next session, I want students to just find out which security algorithm is used in social media. I have given the at the end of this session also as assignment, but just let me know in the next session that which suppose Facebook is there, Facebook is using which security algorithm. Gmail is using which security algorithm. Snapchat uses which security algorithm. That I want to know. This will be the first question in the next session. Is it okay? Yes, students, I want the answer for that. Yes, okay, thanks, Sriti. Thanks, Sriti. Yes. Next time I want to know just social media uses which algorithms. That's it. Any social media you can consider. You search for Facebook, you search for WhatsApp. WhatsApp end-to-end encryption you can see, but which algorithm they use, right? For Gmail, which algorithm they use, just I want to know that. You just search no on net which algorithms they use, because I have just listed no AES they use, SHA they use, which algorithm they use. I want to know. Okay, this session will be continued whenever is the my slot is there. I will in the next session I am going to cover hash function MD5 and cyber security. Okay. Okay, thanks for today's. I hope whatever I taught today is understood by all. So, Chetrali, can I disconnect?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes. Thank you
Okay.
all.
Yes, thank you.
Please submit your attendance by filling the form.
Thank you.